Come on, get me comfy. I want to be comfy. Get me comfy, God. What am I doing? How? Oh. Oh. Well, that's pretty. That takes a while. Where where is John Mack hidden? I'm not sure at this moment. Zorn. Where's my Zorn? Zorn. Mm-hmm. Well, if you can, pin your profile. Pin. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. On Twitter. Oopsie. Channel content. Draft. It's the same. Share the link. At the bottom it should, I think. Alright. Yes, sir. I'm impressed. $31, $38. 3138. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Communicating. I just see where you're open. That's it. I was in the doorway. This is how the kitchen sitting. White shirt on. You and me out. I guess Cheryl was getting out of hand or something. Maybe thinking or something. You know, women thinking is pretty dangerous. I thought you were really pretty. Your picture was stunning. Not really.
No, I am listening.
A little maybe.
You loved me and you didn't know it.
Something. No, I didn't. I just didn't think about it. I didn't think it was weird or unusual. She was prettier than he was handsome. She was strikingly pretty. She was really pretty. I really liked it.
I don't know.
I just didn't love it.
I thought we were friends with
I walk slow compared to other people.
you. Journey, maybe. Right, you wouldn't really talk to me. I may have tried once or twice. It doesn't suit me. Because I have class.
Well, that's probably true. The majority of all people just don't want these conflicts. Probably.
Just some places you don't go. You don't go to people who, I don't know.
Jesus and the Holy Spirit. Oh, me. John didn't get him. Let's see. Bobby didn't get him. They must not have had dirt on him. Or he didn't have a flashy personality.
Must be her, God. She is way oppressed.
Martin got his sepulchres.
Look at that.
Jesus got him up.
I don't know. I hope, no offense.
I
hope
think we're gonna
the
just
amount
like
that you
win
can
all
take
the time.
is more than the amount that I can take.
Stay right here.
Well, he's got bigger shoulders than I do.
Sure.
I just
Oh,
can't
I
take
would
it all.
look for a way out. I hope you weren't thinking about me.
Well, thank you.
That's comfy. Show me my researchers, my data collectors.
Not necessarily.
That's wonderful.
What did Am look at you like?
Well, I'd like to see about John and Mac, how they found him. Well, sure.
I had a high chair. I had a little table. Little thingy.
Right?
God, that was probably wood.
Right, you're a surveillance. You're a walking
It's a
surveillance
wooden
device.
spoon, wasn't it? It's a wooden spoon.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't one of those spatula. Whatever you call
Yeah,
it. Pretty sure it's a wooden spoon.
I believe they would. Not real children.
It's possible.
Probably. Oh, I don't
It
know.
was a wooden spoon.
They just say it would be very hard to
I remember
layer.
asking.
What do you
No.
call it? A special effect
No.
creature
Just
like
was
that.
no.
Well, I don't think
I
they
just
did.
don't remember
so I
doing
don't know.
that.
I didn't know much about special effects. But just lifting up the organs and stuff like that and finding
Right.
organs
I would
underneath,
kill children.
it would be very difficult
my
to
brains
do
out.
that. Yeah.
12.
Well, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I hope not.
You ask the children to forgive,
I think it was helpful.
and you know that you're not acting under your own
I think
decision.
it was,
You
was a
are
good
acting
sign of
the
it.
adult decisions out.
of witchy stuff and stuff. It was funny
What do
and
you do?
good. No, it was fine. I liked all that. No, I didn't judge it when I was little. clean house and cook. And I just didn't want to do
I don't
that.
think it
That's
does, though,
not
if you wanna
very
do-
interesting.
If you're a young child and
Well,
you are
you
made
know,
to
there
kill
is
a
something
child,
to it.
either they're holding your hand to put the dagger down, or they're torturing you to do something, and you're not acting under your own decision. Apparently, I wouldn't kill children, so at the age of 4, they removed the spiritual center of my brain above my right ear. And I guess I wouldn't kill children after that either. As far as I know, Dr. Richard Hexter, who was a neurologist, did the surgery. He was a German. I do think he spoke with a German accent, I do. He was my doctor until I was 4. And then
As far as I know.
I went to a brick building on the way to somewhere. It wasn't in Bay Village, for a polio vaccine, which was a sugar cube. I may not have seen a doctor after I was 4 until I saw Dr. Fagan, who was an ENT, ear, nose, throat. Don and Harry, too cheap to pay for a doctor for me, so they took me to a tenant who was a doctor and had him treat me for free or something. But he diagnosed cat scratch fever. I had been bitten and scratched by a cat, a stray, that I had fed bologna and milk to, and then I went
As
to
far as I know, it's
rush
not
him.
that serious.
And he was mad at, and he turned around. I was in the doorway, and he turned around and bit me, and scratched me with his paw. So I was diagnosed with cat scratch fever.
I looked it up once.
And when
I didn't pay much attention.
Joe Roberts didn't tell me about the exhaust pipes on his motorcycle, and I was sitting on the back. He had taken me for a ride, and I was getting off, and my left calf pressed against an exhaust pipe and burned my leg pretty badly. Harry's answer was to put Vaseline on it, which is, I learned later, the last thing you want to do. You need to give it air, you need to keep it cool. And finally, somebody said we go see Dr. Fagan, so we went to his apartment. I don't think I ever saw him in his office. He was dark hair and dark glasses.
I wonder why I was
Dark
trying to
rim
notice my
glasses.
sexual injuries.
He had a 3-bedroom apartment. Rosenberg.
Alright. Chill. Whatever. Just listening. Don't do that to me. Don't do it.
Sandra Day O'Connor was all about states' rights until it came to the 2000 election, and it was between Gore and Bush. And all of a sudden, Florida's Supreme Court wasn't capable of making enforceable decisions anymore. So she stopped being about state rights and maybe came back to it after she had delivered the convenient or politically pressured or political agenda.
No, sir, I'm very grateful.
Yeah, the Republicans used to be anti-Russian, Russian commies, the left-wing Russian commies.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Putin is the mentor of their new president. Lindsey Graham says, I had the crazy notion that Trump would have threatened the senators who weren't in his corner with, I'll kill you and all your relatives, your children, your whole line, maybe your whole line if you don't cooperate. And Lindsey Graham laughed because that may be exactly what Trump did. But I thought, even a Republican might have the backbone to stand up to Trump, but if they're threatening his children and stuff, he might not. I don't know if that was Lindsey Graham says,
Yeah,
but you just
take
get in
advantage,
deeper,
man.
and you can't protect anybody, right? Well, God wouldn't cave to blackmail. There's no point. You just give the blackmailer whatever they want temporarily, but you know, they'll just take something else. No, I just, it wasn't necessary. We didn't have the money. I don't know, $10 maybe. It's hotter than fuck shit. Big fucking deal. There may actually be a difference. Right, what you call it, our atmosphere. Oh, Memphis and Louisiana, fuck. Louisiana's weird. You really do, you need gills. By the way, don't move to Louisiana unless you have gills, because there's so much humidity in the air, you need gills to get any oxygen. I don't know about the humidity, but the heat was fucking horrible. Memphis got so hot, you couldn't swim in the pool where our apartment building. Because the water got so hot, it was like, you couldn't get refreshed in it. So there were certain months in Memphis you couldn't swim in the apartment's pool. Yeah, you just stay inside and turn your little thermostat down. And then I come to Wisconsin, it's like free air conditioning from God. Because I've almost always lived in hot climates, I guess. Yeah. Wendy Judas says it was her delight to watch people cheat me, like electric companies and stuff like that. That you should be respected if you're born a deity. And Wendy Judas says it was delightful to see that no one respected me. I can't wait to be respected, especially by strangers. It just means everything to me. I really need your approval, whoever you are. And I have books. In case you don't approve of me, I've got books. No, I did stop looking. I don't know. Well, I can, yeah, I'm tired of all shit moving and shit. Saw her face to face, I think so. She called security when I said I was a target. I don't know if his name was on a plaque in the cafeteria or something. There was something to note that he had been president of the class, you know? No. I'm not sure. Convince me.
Award. Oh, trophy.
Queen of the class. Could be.
That's pretty nice. She didn't hear very well.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think her
10
daughter
million,
said
1 million,
she
2
was getting
million.
hearing aids and stuff.
I just didn't have an opinion about it. They all make a lot of money. The good ones, the
I don't
popular
remember
ones,
much.
or whatever. Right? Begins with an L. Don't it? I'm not looking again. Could be. Oh, Joel Osteen. I hadn't heard any criticism of him,
Not really.
and I watched some of his sermons that he gave at that huge church in Houston, and I liked some of the things he had to say. I remember he was telling people, I think mostly women, just because someone's been your friend for a while doesn't mean you have to keep them. You know, if the relationship isn't growing or if they're not a healthy influence, you know, you can move on. Because I guess people do keep the friends they've known since childhood. You know, through thick and thin, but if it gets, unhealthy, you need to let that friend go, and I thought that was interesting. And you don't say out loud the things that you're afraid of, he said. And he gave an example, but I don't remember. It was from the Old Testament. Well, there's certain things I don't say. So, when I learned that he wouldn't leave the church open to people in Houston who were, flooded out by the hurricane, I thought that was kind of shitbaggy. And it was the first criticism I'd heard of him or his church. But there was some shit on the internet, like he's, I don't know what they call it, against Jesus, against the teachings of Jesus. So he had some enemies in the Christian, from the Christian community in the other places in the country.
Just, people could have used like a... Right.
Sure.
It was just not a valid excuse when you try to cover it over.
Yeah,
In this environment, I don't know.
Liberty University says he's somebody else that looks kind of like him with gray hair parted on the side, salt and pepper with parted on the side.
That's weird. Maybe orange.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. But, well, I'm not sure if there's anything I agreed with Pat Robertson in the Christian Broadcast Network or something, CBN.
Thank you. Yeah.
I guess.
That's cool. How to be authentic.
And I didn't think Jewish people should be subjected to holiday stuff in the Christian tradition. Well, like the Christmas tree at the White House and stuff. Or like days off for Easter and stuff like that. I didn't think they should be subjected to it. It's not their religion. They live in a country that's not supposed to represent any religion. That was a very important part of John Kennedy and before him. That's probably an important part of the Constitution. That they do not support any particular religion. That's something address. Gettysburg. Look, I don't know. I'm being tortured. I wouldn't take it as something. Smoke a cigarette. So, well, I would imagine she was fun. Well, of course I would. I'd like to have them back too, because their voices are remarkable. I guess, not that I know of. Okay. I used to listen to Simon Garfunkel when I cleaned Jamie Fain's house, her apartment. Wasn't it? Didn't I only meet her after I was busted up? And then after?
That's right.
That was all before?
I'm just listening, that's all.
But you helped me up when I was down. Right.
Okay. Just have to put up.
I'm confused.
It's all
I guess, but
Pay attention on that.
I didn't meet Jamie Fain.
Excuse me.
Well, I guess we'd broken up though,
Excuse me.
right? I didn't meet Jamie Fain until after I was out of the hospital the first or second time. Probably the first time she knocked on the door and asked me, probably if I wanted to babysit because that's what I did. And then she asked me if I wanted to clean her house for $5 an hour, and that was a shitload of money to me. And I did. So I babysat, and I fell in love with Victor. I just fell in love with him. We had a little bond. And, I guess Donna Jean Bachmer Landsberg couldn't tolerate me having Jamie in my life. So I guess Jamie was targeted. I don't know about Bob.
No, I don't care.
Bob was a dentist. Something like that. Jamie, I can't put it all together. Jamie reached out to me
Hello?
when I was down. And I remember that.
Yeah.
She put her...
Hi. Oh, okay. 124 East Merrill Avenue. 124 East Merrill Avenue. 124 East Merrill, Merrill.
There you go. I couldn't hear you at first. I'm sorry. Fond du Lac?
Apartment 1, Fond du Lac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will mail that out then.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't owe them money. They can make me pay them back for those prescriptions. Ouch.
her little faith in me, you know, and whatever she'd heard or something. And it did, it meant a lot to me. I was a loyal friend of Jamie's. I didn't really have criticism of Jamie. Didn't know Bob very well. I guess Jamie got eaten from all sides. Well, in a way. I had never heard anybody criticize Jamie. Until a neighbor that lived more or less across the hall from her said, you know, well, she's this or that. And I just never heard anybody criticize her before. Because Jamie kind of spun her tail or something. I don't know. It's just, oh, somebody has a different point of view. Yeah, I think I did. So, I don't know, I didn't want to. Anyway, I would listen to Simon and Garfunkel while I cleaned Jamie's house. And it was Jamie and Bob's apartment. And they had Victor. Bob complimented me when I cleaned the shower in the master bathroom. But there was lime or calcium or something, on the floor I couldn't scrub up. And I didn't know what it was, but I couldn't scrub it up. But he thanked me for cleaning the shower. He said it looks real nice, or it's much nicer to go in there now, or something. Jamie was quite a bit younger than Bob, maybe 15 years. And she was quite pretty. She didn't always comb her hair or put on makeup or anything, but when she did, she was very pretty. So Bob got him a young'un. She really was. She was quite pretty. I don't care. Well, sometimes I think I did, but I'm not positive, because I didn't like to smoke during the day.
No, don't. I was glad that was a lot of money for me.
So, I don't know. It's possible I got high and then put on Simon and Garfunkel and clean the house. But smoking when the sun is out gives me a headache, so I usually, when I do smoke, or when I have in the past, I smoke in the evening, when it's dark out. Because it gives me a headache, and it's not enjoyable. So I don't know if I smoke pot or not. I don't know if Jamie smoked pot, I don't remember. That's right. Go away. Oh. I don't know who I pissed off, one of the women, Jamie or her mother. But Jamie liked to cook healthy stuff, like organic stuff or something. And I said to her or her mother, or I said it out loud to nobody or something, I said, how do you cook healthy food in a dirty kitchen? Well, I guess that sent reverberations through the state of Israel and the women in the households in the state of Israel.
Thank God I noticed that.
How or why? Why would you cook health food in a dirty kitchen? I just didn't understand. I guess there. Yeah.
Jamie Fain's mother, I don't remember her last name.
In March of
May have said
81.
she's related to Edith Barron.
I don't know how long after. Jamie came and offered me to babysit, and then I think cleaning her house.
Hold on. Jamie Fain's mother, I don't remember her last name. May have said she's related to Edith Barron. She was a little surprised that she had revealed that. I forget. May have said. That's all I know. Keep it, take it, whatever.
Came after that.
I'm a trash collector.
Young, pretty, he was 15, wasn't it? 15 years older? Somebody told me.
Look, he was way older than me, and you know, I understood he was
Right.
popular or something. So
Donna Jean
Orthodox.
Faulkner Landsberg says she didn't want me, earning $5 an hour from Jane. They may have paid me less than the other employees at the fruit bowl. I don't know. I thought it was a minimum wage, $165 to $195, and then when I became assistant manager, they paid me $2.25. I don't know what minimum wage was, what the amount was, or anything. They may have paid me less than that, and then apparently Marcovisi cheated me out of pay, also, from the meager hourly I made. I know Donna Walden Books was surprised to learn how much I made an hour. You're not supposed to say it to other people, so I don't know if I told her or what. Because you're not supposed to tell what you're making to other people. And I don't know what minimum wage was. It may have been $7.25. I think Paul offered me $7.65 or something. Donna Walden Books may have first recognized that Paul was not an ordinary Fond du Lacium, that he was paying me above minimum wage, and he didn't know she's the Holy Spirit. You're supposed to cheat her.
That's pretty good.
I know that it was going to take 6 weeks, and the slander about me was going to crowd around my boss, and I was going to get fired or set up for stealing. Donna Walden Books tried to set me up for stealing. I stopped.
Good for him.
Before and after. Didn't move. On the ladder. Freaked her out. Can't put merchandise in a bag. Anyway, Donna Walden Books tried to set me up as if I were stealing from the store. And I don't know where I put my purse at when I was working, maybe in an unlocked locker.
Right.
And then I sniffed that I was going to be set up for stealing from the store. So she told me, or somebody told me, to lock the locker. And I thought, you know what? She's the assistant manager, I guess. She's going to have the key to the locker. So I brought a padlock from my house and locked my locker with my own padlock, so she couldn't get in it. And apparently that prevented her from stealing. And thankfully it appears that Paul noticed all these things. And somehow my job didn't end after 6 weeks. It was like, it's a miracle. I came home and told Rich, I said, do you know I've worked at that job longer than 6 weeks now, and I haven't been set up to be fired or forced to quit or anything. I didn't want to be incapable of things that the other employees did. I was a little afraid of ladders, a little bit. The wheeling ladder that they have to reach the high shelves of the books, it was like not well put together or something. It was wobbly, or it was a little unsafe.
I think so.
And Paul came by and said, to like the other people, like Donna and stuff, well, she doesn't, you can be the ones to get up on the ladder. If she's nervous, she doesn't have to get up on the ladder. But I don't know if they fixed it or not. They may have. It wasn't as wobbly after, I guess. But I went up on the ladder. You know, I overcame my fear. And then there were these promotional signs you had to hang from the ceiling with a string. You hook them into the panels of the ceiling. And somebody asked me to do it, and I was like, fuck no, I can't get up that high on a ladder. Or I watched Donna do it. It was supposed to be my job one day or something. I watched Donna do it. She went up to the second from the top of the ladder, that rung. It's like, you don't go up on that rung. Nobody goes up on that rung. You never go up on that rung. But she wasn't there one day, and I guess the signs were in or something. And I'd already been asked to do it once, so I pulled the ladder back a little, and I went up into like the fourth from the top. But since I had pulled it back, I could lean forward and reach the ceiling tile, and I hooked a little metal in and hung the signs. So I found a way to go up the ladder without going up the higher rungs, because you're just death waiting to happen, or serious injury waiting to happen. And Sherry set me up to make it look like I had got an extra sale on those membership things Walden Books did. But I didn't remember doing 5, I only remember doing 4. And I told Paul, I don't think I did one of those. It's all these little things. But some days I'd go into work and all the tension and all that, and even my fear, it was like, poof, it was gone magically somehow. Maybe. I forget. So I kept the job, and then Paul was my love, and he was with me all the time. And at night he was my astral plane lover. And I loved him very much, but then he started giving some mixed messages, a little push me, pull you, and I started to get ill, like in my gut. And I just had to quit one day. I was too sick to continue. Whatever you say. Well, I like the UFO visits and stuff. I like that. It was like, okay, thanks, pull this shit off. Come on, guys. That's wonderful, God. Here, want to see my asshole? It's got hair growing out of it. I'm sure it does. Stomach hurts. Can I wait just a little bit? Yeah, that's all you need. 15 minutes. Right. Then what about you? I got him on 1 or 2. Some. He didn't seem to have an interest in anything musical. No, he didn't seem to. Well, it would have been hard to afford it. But it just wasn't in a passed down tradition family paradigm. We weren't musical children. Piano when I was a teenager, I guess. It was okay. I learned some stuff. And took guitar. I could touch certain songs. Well, he was a wonderful person. He was wonderful.
Be right back. Please help me and protect me, God. Say this reaffirmed statement that they just want to have done as much permanent harm as possible. As much harm as possible, and as much permanent harm. From reaffirm. Statements reaffirm the statement that they want to have done as much harm and as permanent harm as possible. Oh. It's not this. Set boundaries with them. Discipline them. They're grieving. Make them grieve like fuck shit. No, just get light.
that one. You have hair on your asshole too? Got that. Just trying to listen. Carla thinks that she is the Messiah because she had so much Holy Spirit of God light on her. I didn't really like Carla. She bitched about everything. That's all she did. I did. Well, I didn't even care about that they were pretty. I don't want them back. Come on, give me. I can't see. Give me. Well, he wouldn't pay 60 cents to cross a bridge, so he probably takes the money. $50, 70, 75. Stereo. Bet you got a nice stereo. I bet you got piece of shit stereo like I don't know what the brands are. Come on, I want it. Can I have it? Loosen up. Sure you are. You're gonna let me shower first. No, I don't need to walk. Well, I'm not gonna... Peanut butter's okay, but it's not optimal. Oh, Zorn. I think I got Zorn. Dots connect here. Didn't I get the dots connect? Oh. Oh, okay. I don't check Twitter. Peace, brother. On the world, guitar. Peace. Bye. Try another hour, then I will. Peace, brother. There we go. All gone. No, whatever. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop recording and upload this. I'll put it up on Facebook and Twitter.